Morrissey trying to play it down low as we have a new hockey game with 4:44 left. As Whitelaw hustling after this one, and this one goes into the mesh. And out of play. Whitelaw showing some frustration, slapping his stick against the boards as he skates by and back to the Michigan bench.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Michigan, I think it is a time where it's like, oh, you see, that's a pretty draining goal to let in. It's not explosive by any means for the other team, but watching a dribbler get through your goalie to tie the game after it really felt like that Michigan unit had put it away in the second period. 2 goals is going to be a hill too far for the Badgers, but they've climbed back into this one, and now they seem like they're skating with purpose.
Dexheimer floats one to the near side for Botterill. Lindmark is there for the Badgers, but Moldenauer trying to flip it back behind the Michigan net. Not sure what the plan was there, but Michigan does have possession. Edwards gets it up for Moldenauer from the right wing. And Dexheimer pokes it back for Hensler. He finds Lindmark attacking, works his way to the middle. He fires, an easy blocker save that time for Corpy, and directs it to the near side. Moldenauer skates out. Nick Moldenauer dumps it in, and Hensler up ahead, Fitzgerald, and it goes all the way down. It's going to be icing here on the Badgers with 3:55 left. Remember, Wisconsin does not have a timeout. They burned it on a failed challenge, the second Michigan goal that tied what was a 2-1 game at 2. Michigan does have theirs available to them.
Doesn't quite loom as large now that they have the tying goal, though. Usually the usage of the timeout to draw something up or get some extra rest for your top unit once you've pulled the goalie. Now tie game, you can play even strength, disciplined hockey until the end of the game. You might not require it the way you might to have a better chance in a situation where you need that tying goal as the final seconds tick off the clock.
3:47 here as we're back in action, and the Badgers dump it in. Mellenbacher and Scholl are battling. Mike Hastings trusting his fourth line here down the stretch. Truscott works it around to the far corner. Jackson Halem slams on the brakes and now gets to the middle for Truscott. Leaves it off for Rian Mullen. Long pass up ahead. Draper had his stick lifted, and we're going to get icing, I think, even though Grandma kind of covered that puck.
No audible whistle in the arena, but I
didn't hear a whistle either. I thought that was going to be a Grandma cover, so an offensive zone faceoff for Michigan, but instead the better result for UW, and it'll go all the way back on the Michigan side of things. And now the Badgers will bring Fitzgerald and Tassi and Dick out there with Poladichuk and Kerr at the 2D.
Likely their last shift of regulation, just 3 minutes remaining. Have to imagine they'll have a good start here.
Here's Poladichuk, and now Fitzgerald high left circle, deflect, save, rebound, Poladichuk, and he didn't miss that by much. Badgers able to hold the line with Dick, flips it over, Fitzgerald fires, and they score! And the Badgers take the lead off a pinballing deflection out front. It's Fitzgerald's goal currently in his second of the game. Gives Wisconsin an improbable 5-4 lead with 3:09 to play.
Talk about deflections, and you could see the soul break for Corpy when that one went to the net line on his back like a snow angel on the ice. After seeing that one deflect into his own net, the Badgers, the first line delivering even without their star scorer Quinn Finley, and Fitzgerald answering the call for Wisconsin, maintaining that offensive zone pressure, and they get enough looks on it. There were 2 rebounds that were incredibly dangerous on the possession. Honestly, the first one looked much more dangerous than the second, where it was trapped between the pad and the post. But the Badgers now, 3 minutes to survive.
I was going to say, now if you're Wisconsin, here's a turnover. Horkoff, and he sent it. It looked like Wisconsin got tripped that time. Michigan got away with one and nearly took advantage of it with a goal. Morrissey chips it out of the zone here. Ryland Mosley picking into it as Kukkonen. He stepped on something and fell down. And Michigan now trailing by 1. Starts the rush up with 2:36. Edwards puts on the speed and cuts to the net and had it poke checked away at the last second. And now Poladichuk puts on the moves behind the net, gets it out of the zone. Lindmark gets it past Whitelaw, but Truscott is there for Michigan. 2:21 now to go as here's Michael Hage, the first-round draft choice of the Montreal Canadiens. Truscott right circle, looking for the shot, and then a deflection on the far side. There were 3 Michigan players down there and no Badgers, but a good shot block there to avoid trouble from Wisconsin. Ernest, he finds Truscott, and now here's Orico for Draper, who offers it into the Wisconsin zone, but the Badgers turn it right back where it came from, now under 2 to go. 1:55 to go. Edwards played it for a man who was going to the bench for a change. Michigan just able to keep that 6th man off the ice and avoid a penalty. Hughes into the middle, his pass knocked out of the air by Dick. Dexheimer gets it out, Fitzgerald. We'll keep an eye on Cameron Corpy here with just 1:37 left, and Michigan likely going to pull him for the extra attacker. But Fitzgerald is hounding Werner in the corner, doing a really good job on the forecheck and creates a turnover. Dick backhand, and a save by Corby. That would have iced it. Dick plays it back down low. He was in 1-on-0. Mosley dancing away from trouble, but he turned it over. 1:15 left to go, and now it's TJ Hughes, big guns, trying to get on the ice here for Michigan. But Wisconsin is not letting them pull Cameron Corpy. Now down to 1:05 to go. Fans coming to their feet here at the Kohl Center. TJ Hughes gets it back for Edwards. Corby will follow them off the ice. He lost it. There it goes towards the empty net. And that's going to be no icing. Good hustle by Kerr. And Wisconsin now 48 to go. Got to play defense, and Corby will definitely follow them up the ice this time. Ashitsky will get it in deep finally. And now the extra attacker is on for Michigan. Scholes wraps it around the boards. There to hold is Truscott. Gets it down low, Hughes, and now Horkoff helps it around Werner on the far side at the half wall. Werner met there by 2 Badgers, gets it to the corner. Scholes gets there first for Wisconsin's just going to try to pin it up and kill some time. 3 Wolverines there, 2 Badgers. Scholes has no interest in moving it. Poladichuk goes down, 18 to go in the game. Still there, still trying to work it free is Michigan, and it's pinned up with 10, with 9. It's still pinned up against the end boards. Finally pulled free by the Wolverines. Page has it up high left point. Trying to dance. He fell over, and it's turned over. Scholl to the empty net. He scores as the horn sounds. We'll see if it counts, but it doesn't matter. Wisconsin will win either way. My goodness, what a hockey game here at the Kohl Center. A huge 3 points in the standings for Wisconsin, and an incredible game. They come back from down 1 in the 3rd without Quinn Findlay and have just put together their most impressive win of the season.
What a clinic in the last 2 minutes, just in terms of keeping Michigan from being able to progress through the neutral zone. Almost a minute wasted off the clock thanks to the efforts of that Fitzgerald line on the forecheck in the neutral zone. Michigan just unable to complete the pass through to set up, get the safety to pull the goalie, and then whether it counts or not, an impressive effort from the Badgers on the board. Michigan ripping away, trying to finish that one off. The Badgers drain the clock, and then Hayes just unable to make the move, keep his feet at the end. Just a very impressive final 5 minutes. And, 5 minutes ago, the Badgers down 4-3 in this game, looking like they were going to be the ones needing that desperate push in the end. But the offensive zone pressure that they'd had all night finally pays off for them. The landslide of shots evens out, and the Badgers take what is officially a 5-4 victory on the night.